Ridley Scott's Robin Hood may not be the best version of Robin Hood to ever hit the theaters, but it's absolutely an epic, powered by performances by Russell Crowe and Cate Blanchett. It's a movie that people that dig films such as Braveheart and The Patriot or TV shows such as Adams will fall in love with. It's dialogue heavy, to be fair. There's a lot of talking in the movie. At times, you wonder when the action is going to kind of like come and really take over. Because you're kind of waiting throughout the entire movie for Russell Crowe to start picking guys off with the bow and arrow. And he does. You'll get your fix that way, but it's not nearly as much as you would have liked. Also, the whole aspect of stealing from the rich to give to the poor, we don't really see too much. So people that like the kind of Disney-esque thing that was going on with the Kevin Costner version of Robin Hood, you might be a little out of luck. This is more kind of like Robin's origin, and then him becoming an outlaw, yet a hero to the British people who are being kept under wraps by a complete tyrant in Oscar Isaac, who does an amazing job as Prince John. Like, this guy is a complete bastard. Most of the time he just wants to like sleep around with his French mistress, who later becomes his wife. And the guy that plays the original king before that, King Richard, played by Danny Huston, who you guys might remember from Wolverine Origins, and what else was he in? He was in that recent Al Pacino movie, You Don't Know Jack. He played the lawyer. He's just a good actor, and at first I didn't know who the hell it was, and I'm like, that's freaking Danny Huston. And he's got the whole beard on and the long hair, and he plays the Lionheart, and he does a great job. Then you have an older actor like Max von Sydow, who plays Sir Walter, and this is the kind of role that I would have loved to see someone like Richard Harris do, but unfortunately he's passed away for quite some time now. But Sydow is excellent as Sir Walter, and he really kind of brings Cate Blanchett and Russell Crowe together in a very charming way. Let's just say you'll be repeating "Ask Me Nicely" several times over the next few days after you see the film. After that, we have a bunch of supporting actors that do a very, very good job of kind of putting everything together. You have Kevin Durand, Scott Grimes, Alan Doyle, William Hurt, Mark Strong. They're all there, and they're all on top of their games. They do an excellent job out there just setting the tone for the rest of the film and providing the drama that a film that is over 2 hours long needs. Again, if you're not someone that likes movies, well, let's not say likes, let's just say loves movies, that likes to see scenes setting the tone for the next and significant plot development, and you want something a little bit more fast-paced, this may not be the movie for you. Yeah, there's plenty of action, and some of it is pretty intense, very Braveheart-esque, but for the most part, it's more of a story of a person that is standing up for what he believes in, and finds out a lot about himself and where he comes from. And then at the same time, it's a story of jealousy, because let's be fair here, Prince John, who later becomes King John, is tremendously jealous of what not only Robin Hood has done to the English people, as emancipating them from this kind of rule, but he's also just a lot cooler than he is, and because of that, they're set up in a way that they're always going to be arguing, they're always going to be fighting, and you see that kind of developing throughout the film. Essentially, it's that conflict between Isaac and Crowe, and the love story between Crowe and Blanchett that fuels the film. And if you like the conflict, you'll get something out of it. If you think Blanchett and Crowe are a passable duo, or a couple that you believe are in love, you'll definitely get something out of this film. However, there are some holes, and there are some questionable things that go on. I mean, it's obvious that Crowe and Blanchett fall in love. The way Crowe eventually says that he loves her is a little cookie cutter, and the whole final battle scene will have you feel like you're watching Return of the Jedi, and there are Ewoks, You know, it's like these bunch of orphans come and they fight the French with the English, and it's kind of wacky. And they don't show them to the same extent of an Ewok-esque battle against the dark side, but it's enough. It's enough to the point where you'll be like, all right, this film let me feel that I was watching something pretty realistic, and now we got orphans fighting the French. I mean, coming from North America, we're not big fans of the French and their fighting style and their suaveness and things like that, but this is one of the world's superpowers at the time. You're gonna tell me that like some orphans with like wooden sticks are like taking care of them? Like, that part will kind of irk some people that are more interested in the historical side of the film. But again, aside from that, and then the love story feeling a little rushed, the film's enjoyable. And again, there may not be as much action as you would like. There may be a little bit too much talking, and at some points it might feel like it's dragging a little bit. But overall, thanks to excellent music that sets the scene, excellent cinematography that just show off all these mountains and the grasslands, it's absolutely beautiful just to watch the story unfold before your very eyes, and just solid acting from top to bottom and good casting. I mean, it may not get the same publicity as Kick-Ass or Iron Man 2 or Shrek or any of these other films that are out this summer, but it's still a quality movie, and it's absolutely well worth your time. If you're a Russell Crowe fan, you'll be pleasantly surprised.